Hello everyone, welcome to our Spring Boot classes. In our previous classes, we learned different modules under Spring Boot. Today we are going to see few more modules. So one of the module is Spring Vault. So what it will do, it will provide familiar Spring abstractions and client-side support for accessing, storing and revoking secrets. That means we have client ID and secrets or username passwords where we can vault it. From there, by using this module, we can retrieve those. It offers both low level and high level abstractions for interacting with Vault, freeing the user from infrastructure concerns. With HashiCorp's Vault, you have a central place to manage external secret data for applications across all environments. Vault can manage static and dynamic secrets such as application data, username, password, for remote applications or resources, and provide credentials for external services such as MySQL, PostgreSQL, Apache Cassandra, Consul, AWS, and more. What are the features for Spring Vault? Spring configuration support using Java-based @configuration classes. Vault template helper class that increases productivity performing common Vault operations. Includes integrated object mapping between documents and POJOs. It will support different authentication mechanisms. One is token, app role, AWS EC2, and identity access management, Azure MSI, client certificates, Cubbyhole, GCP, GCE, and IAM, Google Cloud Platform, JWT, JSON Web Token, Kubernetes, PCF, Pivotal Cloud Foundry, username and password. So annotation based @vault property source integration, supports for Vault's secret engines, support for renewable and rotating secrets, feature rich object mapping integration with the Spring's conversion service, annotation based mapping metadata but extensible to support other metadata formats. Repositories, automatic implementation of repository interfaces, including support for custom query methods. This is about the Spring Vault. Next module is Spring Webflow. Spring Webflow builds on Spring MVC and implements the flows of a web application. A flow encapsulates a sequence of steps that guide a user through the execution of some business tasks. It spans multiple HTTP requests, has a state, deals with transactional data, is reusable and may be dynamic and long-running nature. The sweet spot of Spring Webflow are stateful web applications with controlled navigations such as checking in for a flight, applying for a loan, shopping or checkout, or even adding a confirmation step to a form. What these scenarios have in common is one of the more of the following trails. There is a clear start and end point. The user must go through a set of screens in a specific order. The changes are not finalized until the last step. Once complete, it should not be possible to repeat a transaction accidentally. Spring Webflow provides a declarative flow definition language for authoring flows on a higher level of abstraction. It allows it to be integrated into a wide range of applications without any changes, including Spring MVC, JSF, and even Portlet web applications. The following are common issues observed in stateful web applications with navigation requirements. Visualizing the flow is very difficult. The application has a lot of code accessing the HTTP session. Enforcing controlled navigation is important but not possible. Proper browser back button support seems unattainable. Browser and server get out of sync with the back button use. Multiple browser tabs causes concurrency issues with HTTP session data. Spring Webflow provides a solution to above issues. How we can do that? Spring Boot config. We'll add the Maven dependency. Then we can make use of that. So last module is Spring Web Services. Spring Web Services focused on creating document-driven web services. Spring Web Services aims to facilitate contract-first SOAP service development, allowing for the creation of flexible web services using one of the many ways to manipulate XML payloads. The product is based on a Spring itself, which means you can use the Spring concepts such as dependency injection as an integral part of your web service. People use Spring Web Services for many reasons, but most are drawn into after finding alternative SOAP stacks. Lacking when it comes to the following web service practices, Spring WS makes the best practice an easy practice. This includes practice such as WSI basic profile, contract first development, and having loose coupling between contract and implementations. What are the features? Make the best practice an easy practice. Powerful mapping. You can distribute incoming XML request to any object depending on message payload, SOAP action header, or XPath expression. XML API support, flexible XML marshalling, reuses your Spring expertise, support WS security, integrates with Spring security. The WS security implementation of Spring Web Services provides integration with Spring security. This means you can use your existing configuration for your SOAP services as well. Apache license. You can confidently use Spring WS in your project. Spring Boot automatically configure a message dispatcher servlet in the servlet container. Scan all .wsdl and .xsd documents for WSDL and schema definition bins. This about the Spring WS, Spring Web Services, and we have completed almost all the modules in the Spring Boot at high level. Whatever the projects under Spring Boot, from next class onwards, we'll see each main modules with examples, how it will work and how we can connect with real-time examples. Okay, thank you very much. Have a nice day ahead.